Hello, Happy New Year, and welcome to your hymn introduction video for Sunday, January 10th. This Sunday, we celebrate the baptism of Jesus and the beginning of his ministry. In ancient traditions, Christ's baptism is one of three events commemorated together on the day of Epiphany: the visit of the wise men to the baby Jesus, Jesus' baptism by John in the Jordan River, and Jesus' first miracle, the turning of water into wine at a wedding in Cana. Each of these three biblical events are manifestations or revealings to the world of who Christ is. On the contemporary Roman Catholic calendar, this Sunday's observance of the baptism of the Lord marks the last day of the Christmas season. It will be fun to begin this Sunday with one final musical echo of Christmas, hymn number 304, Christ, When for Us You Were Baptized. Again, we return to the German Christmas melody, Lobt Gott, ihr Christen, all zugleich, which, if you've been faithfully watching these videos every week, you now know appears with 4 different hymn texts in our hymnal. This time, the text is a retelling of the story of Jesus' baptism and a prayer that we may live out our own baptismal identity in lives of service. It is written by the 20th century American Episcopal clergyman F. Bland Tucker. Hymn number 304.
Christ, when for us you were baptized, God's Spirit on you came, as peaceful as a dove, and yet as urgent as a flame, as urgent as a flame. God called you my beloved Son, you are God's servant true, sent to proclaim the reign of heaven, God's holy will to do, God's holy will to do. Straightway and steadfast until death, you then obeyed the call to serve with free and willing heart, to give your life for all, to give your life for all. Baptize us with your Spirit, Lord, your cross on us be signed, that likewise in God's service we may perfect freedom find, may perfect freedom find.
Our hymn of the day this week is number 309, The Only Son from Heaven. This hymn is unique in that it is the only one we have in our hymnal from the time of Martin Luther that was written by a woman. Elizabeth Cruciger, like Catherine von Bora Luther, was a nun who was influenced by the ideals of the Reformation, left her monastery, and married a Protestant theologian. Elizabeth's husband, Caspar Cruciger, taught philosophy and theology at the university in Wittenberg, and the two families, Cruciger and Luther, were friends. Elizabeth died at age only 35 in 1535. The images of Christ in this hymn are common to the Advent and Christmas seasons and the time after Epiphany. The only Son of God, foretold by the prophets, the bright morning star, the anointed king. We've learned before that many of our German hymns from the 16th and 17th centuries were translated into English in the 19th century by a woman, Catherine Winkworth. Oddly enough, in this case, we have a hymn written in German in the 16th century by a woman that was translated into English in the 19th century by a man, Arthur Russell. Curious and interesting. Hymn number 309.
From heaven, foretold by ancient seers, by God the Father given, in human form appears. No sphere his light confining, no star so brightly shining, as he our morning star. O time of God appointed, O bright and holy morn, he comes the King anointed, the Christ the Virgin born. Grim death to vanquish for us, to open heaven before us, and bring us life again. Awaken, Lord, our spirit to know and love you more, in faith to stand unshaken, in spirit to adore, that we through this world moving, each glimpse of heaven proving, may reap its fullness there. O Father, here before you, with God the only Ghost, and Jesus we adore you, O pride of angel host. Before you mortals lowly, cry holy, 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 O blessed Trinity.
And we will finish this week just one page over, number 310, Songs of Thankfulness and Praise. This hymn comes from the 19th century English priest and bishop Christopher Wordsworth, a nephew of the poet William Wordsworth. The hymn repeats over and over this epiphany idea of God made manifest or revealed to the world. It first reviews the three Epiphany events: Jesus' manifestation by the star that guided the wise men to Bethlehem, then his manifestation in his baptism in the River Jordan, and finally in his first miracle at the wedding in Cana. In the third verse, we sing of his continued manifestation through healings and miracles. The melody is a German tune, and its harmony is based on one by Johann Sebastian Bach. Bach himself did not write any hymns, but his life in the church centered around the singing of hymns. He regularly composed harmonies to go along with the melodies, and he uses the hymns as foundations for his organ pieces and his cantatas. Hymn number 310.
Songs of thankfulness and praise, Jesus, Lord, to thee we raise. Manifested by the star, to the sages from afar. Branch of royal David's stem, in thy birth at Bethlehem. Anthems be to thee addressed, God in flesh made manifest. Manifest at Jordan stream, prophet, priest, and king supreme, and at Cana wedding guest, in thy Godhead manifest. Manifest in power divine, changing water into wine. Anthems be to thee addressed, God in flesh made manifest. Manifest in making whole weakened body, fainting soul. Manifest in valiant fight, quelling all the devil's might. Manifest in gracious will, ever bringing good from ill. Anthems be to thee addressed, God in flesh made manifest. Grant us grace to see thee, Lord, present in thy holy word. Grace to imitate thee now, and be pure as pure art thou, that we might become like thee at thy great epiphany, and may praise thee ever blessed, God in flesh made manifest.
Thank you for singing with me today. Happy New Year once again, and I will see you next week.